Hi guys, this is Raj Kamal. Welcome you all for the PM lecture. Today we are going to discuss about the introduction to projection of solids. So before that we need to know about what is meant by solid. Solid is nothing but combination of all the planes to combine to form a body is called a solid. Okay. So and one more thing, solid will have length, breadth and thickness. If you have thickness, we can say it is a solid. So without thickness, we can't say it is a solid. It is a surface. So the solid means we should have length, breadth, and at the same time we should have the thickness also, guys. And the types of solids here we consider the polyhedron and revolution of solids. In the polyhedron here we focus on the prism and the pyramid. We focus on the prism and the pyramid only, guys. So then what is mean by prism? We should know about what is mean by prism. So prism means we have some conditions. The first condition is we should have the base in the bottom and also in the top have similar polygon. Okay, please note down, guys. In the base we should have a base and the top have a similar polygon, and they are connected by using a rectangle face. They are connected by using the rectangle face, that is called as a prism. See, here we have a pentagonal prism. See, in the bottom we have a pentagon plane, and the top also we have a pentagonal plane that are connected by using a rectangular face. So this is the pentagonal prism, and also we can have another example here. So hexagonal prism. See, in the top we have a hexagon, and bottom also we have a hexagon that is connected by using a rectangle face. See the rectangle face. So it's a hexagonal prism. Similarly, we have a rectangular prism and triangle prism also, guys. Now we can go for the pyramid. What is mean with pyramid? In the pyramid, we have some condition here also. That is, we have should have only in the bottom we have the base. In the top they are joined in the axis point. The axis is nothing but the imaginary line. We can draw it like a small dash, longer dash, small dash, longer dash. Like that we can represent it, and it is come from the center of your solid. So center of the solid we should have an imaginary line. That line is called as an axis. So in the pyramid, see, the base we have here some shape, some polygon shape that will be connected to the center of the axis by the triangle face. See here, by the triangle face. The rectangle face is used for the prism. The triangle face is used for the pyramid, guys. The triangle face is used for the pyramid. So in the pyramid, we should have a base. The bottom we should have a base, and it is connected by a triangular faces at a point. That point is called as apex. This point is called as apex. So now we can go for the revolution of solids. So revolution of solid is revolve according to the axis. At the center of the solid axis it will revolve and form a solid. For example, if you're revolving a rectangular plane in the center of the axis, we should have a cylinder. See here, the rectangle face is revolve along the axis. We should have a cylinder. If you see here, you can see that the triangle faces revolve. We should have a cone. So these are the example for the revolution of solids, guys. Now we can see the next slide. See the next slide. We have a cylinder. So cylinder means we should have both bottom and top have circle plane. See the circle plane in the bottom and also in the top that are used to connected by the generators. It's like similar like the prism only. So now see, you can say triangular prism. See, in the bottom we should have a triangle base, and the top also we should have a triangle base, and it is connected by the rectangular face. So you can say it is a triangular prism. Now this is a square prism. See here, we should have a square in the base, and in the top also we should have a square that was connected by a rectangle face. Similarly, pentagon prism. See here, we have pentagon plane in the bottom base, and also in the top base we have a pentagon plane. Similarly, it is connected by using a rectangle faces. Now you can see the hexagon. See, hexagon has a top and bottom has similar plane, and it's connected by a rectangular face on each sides. Okay, so these are the types of prism. Now you can see the cube. So cube, you have 6 sides. The 6 sides are corner square is connected together to form a square. And cone, the cone is similar like a pyramid only, guys. See, in the bottom we have a circular base and are connected by generators to the apex point. And we have similarly pyramids, triangular pyramid, square pyramid, and pentagon and hexagon pyramid. See here the triangle face is used to connect the apex from the edge of the base. And we have tetrahedron. So these are the types, we can see it. Now we can go for the future of the solid, that means parts of the solid. This is square prism and square pyramid, cylinder, cone. So see here, you have a square prism, we have a bottom, we have a square, and the top also we have a square, and is connected by using a rectangular face. Similarly, see the pyramid, the square pyramid means we should have a square here, and it is connected to the apex by a triangle face. See the cylinder. So bottom and top have a similar circle is connected by the generators. See the cone, bottom only we have a circle is connected to the apex by the generators. Now you can see the parts. This is the top one, and this is the rectangular face, and this will be the longer edge, or you can say it is a lateral edge, and this is the corner of the base, and this is the edge of the base, and this is the base. So these are the parts. Now we can see the pyramid. This is the apex, and this will be a slant edge, and this will be a base, and this is the edge of the base, and this will be the corner of the base, and this is the triangular face. So these are the parts for the prism and the pyramid. Now you can see for the cylinder. So these are the generators of the cylinder and generators of the cone, and this is the base for the cylinder, and this is the apex or vertex you can say for the cone, and this is the base of the cone. So why you need to know about these parts means, in the question they won't ask directly the axis is perpendicular. Very rarely they can ask the axis about this. They will ask the axis is inclined, or they will ask the one of the rectangular face is vertical or perpendicular, or the longer edge is lying on HP or VP, or the base is inclined, or the corner is lying on the HP, or the corner of the base is lying on the HP or VP, or sometimes they can ask the edge is lying on the HP, or the edge is inclined, or the face is inclined. For the prism we can have a question like this. Similarly in the pyramid also we have a question like that. What means the slant edge is lying on HP or VP, the base is inclined to somewhat to HP, and the edge of the base is inclined, or edge of the base is lying on HP or VP, the corner of the base is lying on HP or VP, or triangular face is lying, or the triangle face is inclined. So these types of questions we have. For understanding the question, we should know about these parts. Then only you can draw the solid very properly. Similarly, the base of the cylinder and cone, and generators of the cone and cylinder also. So now we can cut the cone or cut the solids not parallel to the base. We can say it is a section of solids. If it is cut the cone or the cylinder or any solid parallel to the base, we can say it is a frustum of the solids, guys. So these are the futures of the solids. Now we can see the revolution of the solids. See, if we have a rectangular plate, if you revolve the rectangular to the axis of the plate, you can get the cylinder. If you have a triangle base and we can rotate the triangle plane, revolve the axis of the plane, we can get the cone. Similarly, if you have a semicircle, we can revolve the semicircle to the axis of the plane, we can get the sphere. These are the examples of the revolution of solid, guys. And similarly, these are the obligative solids. Now you can go for the concept, main concept of the projection of solid. In the main concept of the projection of solid, the concept is the first we need to know the axis is perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. This is a symbol, guys. Please note down. This is a symbol for the parallel. So the first we have a pictorial representation. We have the VP, that is vertical plane, and HP, that is horizontal plane. And we always remember that we will always rotate the horizontal plane in the clockwise direction for 90 degree. We should remember that. So the first condition, standing on HP on its base. See, standing on HP, base on, see the base is standing on the HP. See, the base is standing on the HP. So the condition is axis is perpendicular to HP. See here, the axis is perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. So we should have the true shape in the HP plane. See, if I am seeing from the top view, I can see the circle only in the top view. Now I am considering only the front view, guys. So we have an XY line. We consider only the front view. See that. So if I am saying here, the axis is the initial position for these conditions. So if I am saying the axis is perpendicular to HP and parallel to BP. So I can get the true shape in the top view. Now I consider the front view. So I am seeing this, I can get the triangle in the front view. If I am seeing that, I should have a triangle in the front view. So it will be look like this, guys. It's not coming for me. So it will be look like this. Okay. Similarly, see the next condition. Resting on HP, one of the point of the base circle, one of the point on the base circle. See, one of the point on the base circle. See here, it will be projected here. So we can see the front view like this. Is right, because we will rotate this for clockwise 90 degree. And the third condition, see guys, this is the third condition. The slant here, the lying on HP, one on generator, on one generator. See here, it's lying on the HP with one generator. If I am seeing from the view, we can get it like this. Okay. So now you can see for the top view, guys. So the axis is perpendicular to VP and parallel to HP. See, this is the axis is perpendicular to VP and parallel to HP. So I should have a true shape in the VP. The top view, I can able to see this like this. So this will be presented here. And the condition is resting on the HP. One of the point, see, one of the point is resting on the HP. And it's one of the generators lying on HP. See, the one of the generators lying on HP. Okay, and one more thing, guys. Sometimes they can ask base incline means this is a base incline. One of the generator incline means this is one of the generator incline. For these two conditions, this is the initial position, guys. This is the first initial position. After this only we can draw this. So you can see these details in the problem very later. So now we can go for the next slide. So this is the next slide, guys. In this guide, see here for the cylinder and cone, we have the pictorial representation. So if the axis is perpendicular to VP and parallel to HP, I can rotate this for clockwise 90 degree. I should have a true shape in the above XY plane. See here, the bottom I should have a rectangle. Have the rectangle. Then according to the question, the axis is inclined means I should draw the incline. Sometimes the base is inclined, sometimes the face is inclined. For these three types, this is the initial position. So this is the initial position, guys. So next, axis is perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. So the true shape will be on HP. I can rotate it for 90 degree. Similarly, I have here, this is the true shape. And in the front view, I should have a rectangle. It will be in the rectangle. So now according to the question, axis inclined or base inclined or face inclined or on the edge of the corner or the base point, because it's a cylinder, we can say it's a base point only. This is the position and this is the initial position. Similarly, we can see the representation of the cone also. So the axis is perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. So true shape we should have in the HP. We can rotate it for 90 degree, guys. And it will be represented like this. Top you have a true shape. In the front view, you should have a triangle. Similarly, we can, according to the question, axis is inclined means this shape, or base inclined, or generator inclined, or one of the base point on the HP. So next we can show here axis is perpendicular to VP and parallel to HP. For this condition, the true shape will be in the front view and this triangle will be in the top view, guys. Sorry, this will be a triangle. Triangle will be in top view. It will be represented here. And we can see here, this is according to the question, the axis incline or base incline or face or one of the base point is lying on VP. Okay, that's all guys. We can see the latter in the problem detailed manner. Thank you.